Hello everyone. Today's chair yoga class is specially planned for many different situations and circumstances. So it is not only great to do for people who have mobility issues or who cannot sit easily down on the floor or have a lot of joint aches and pains and arthritis conditions, but it is great for people who are subjected to long hours of a sitting desk job or where their working conditions require them to be sitting on a chair for a long period of time. So use this yoga class that you're going to see now. Do it with me, try it out, and try to use it and practice it often if you feel you have a lot of aches and joint pains as well as you are too often on the chair. So let's start with the exercises and the different asanas. We'll start first by warming up our body in a standing position. Find first a good chair that is stable, that doesn't move too much at all, actually not at all, and put that in a position where it's comfortable for you, and then we can begin. So you take support of the chair nicely so that you don't lose any balance. You also have some support for your weak knees if you have weaker knees or injuries on the knees. And you start with your outside leg to lift it up just high enough till your hip level, that's your maximum level, till how high you can, keeping the thigh, the quadricep muscle tight and strong, and the knee as straight as possible and the foot flexed. And now you will bring about continuous movement in this exercise. 10 times, 10 repetitions of the leg going up and down, up and down. You don't need to hold it too long. You just have to make sure you take it up, contract your lower stomach muscles, and then bring it down. You can land it fully well into the ground for better balance. You can also bend your other knee if you feel that that knee is giving you a little bit of strain or discomfort. 2 more. Last one. And stop. Move on to the other side. Take good support of the chair again. You can place your hand on the waist or down beside you, and you start again 10 repetitions on your other leg. Again, you have a choice to bend this down knee and keep it a little bit bent if you feel you need to. If it is straight, make sure that your kneecap is pulled up. Contract your lower stomach muscles. What you should avoid is making this movement where the back bends and tilts. Don't do that movement. Try to keep your torso and spine as tall as possible. Use the lower muscles, abdominal, and hold up for just a second and then bring it down. Good. We go back to the first side and we'll do some for the abductor muscles and to bring about some hip mobility here, the side movement of the leg going out and center, out and center. You can also easily choose to land the leg down onto the floor so as to make the movement a little bit more comfortable for you. And if you want it to be a little bit more challenging, you can keep the foot a little off the ground and try to take the full strength into this other leg. You'll notice a little bit of your love handles, the side hip and the abductor muscles working in this exercise. And it brings about warmth in the lower body that rises up along the spine. And the last one. Good. Move on to the other side. Taking good support. You can place your hand on the waist, go down by your side as you prefer, and reach out. Try to stay as steady as possible and take the leg out. Preferably try to please keep your foot flexed like this. Not pointed, but flexed. It uses the right muscle in that way as well. Try to breathe. Soft, gentle breathing all through the exercise. Last few. Last one. And release. Good. Having done that, let's now come into a sitting position. Let's now start with a little bit more of calming the body, calming the breath, slowing down the breath by starting and working on your neck region. Keeping the head in the center, slowly drop the neck down to your right side, loosening the shoulders, letting the elbows loose. You can choose to close your eyes or keep them open. Then come back into the center and drop your head down to the left side. As you do so, remember not to drop from the waist to the shoulders. Keep it straight, your body line straight, shoulders drop down and straight. And just work at the neck region. Inhale and exhaling, head down. Inhale as you come up. Exhale as you drop down. Last round, inhale. Exhale. Last inhale and exhale. Head back into the center. And now take the head up. Take the head down. Chin softly compressed into the chest and head down. Head up, inhale. Head down, exhale. Last third round, inhale. Exhale. Head into the center. Now we start with a bit of shoulder rotation. Take your fingertips on the shoulder. Start with your elbows touching, then going up all the way. Take it slowly around. Notice the pain or the discomfort, if you have any, in your shoulders. And try to slowly rotate at every point in the shoulder joint. 3. We'll do 5 rounds in one way. 4. Inhale and exhale as you come down. And last one, 5. Inhaling, going up. Exhaling, coming down. Touch and reverse. Go back. Lift up. Touch to the front and down. Go back. Point and lift up to the ceiling. Point forward. Touch and come down. 4. Up. Forward and down. Last one, all this is inhale, up and down. And release, ease it out. Breathe. Inhale, opening the belly. Exhale, slowly pulling the stomach in. Release the breath out through the nose. When you feel tension and strain, then release it slowly out through the mouth. But the inhalation should always be through the nose. Now we take the hand movement. Touch the thumb to the end of the little finger. This is a very simple exercise when you look at it. But those who are suffering with arthritis and joint pain know and realize that it is very difficult and painful. Arthritis often starts in the thumb, so it gives you a small indication as to what you need to do to take care of your body. So try to practice this exercise every day. 5 to 10 repetitions of this, just touching the thumb to the edge of the little finger and then spreading and opening out the thumb out, touching to the edge of the little finger and then spreading out. When you do this regularly, it helps to prevent arthritis in later years. And if you already have it, then it helps to reduce the pain. So touching it to the edge of the little finger and then spreading it out. Edge and out. Try to keep the fingers together, all the other 4. Last one. Now drop it down, shake it out. And now another one, same for the arthritis. You make a nice fist and join. But it's not only limited to people suffering with arthritis. It's great to do with people with all ages to help you from preventing these aches and pains in later years. Take the thumb outside, make a nice tight fist, and spread all the fingers out and open and stretch. Nice tight fist and all out and spread. Nice tight fist, thumb on the top and out. Thumb on the top and out. You can also try thumb inside, nice fist and spread out. Thumb touching the base of the little finger, tight fist and spread out. Touch, fist, out. Good. And release. Let's move on to the arms and the wrist. Keeping your arms out, you will be doing rotations at the wrist in one direction and then reverse direction. If you're very confident of this movement, you can use both your hands. Otherwise, you can do one hand at a time. Let's do today one hand at a time. Rotation at the wrist, 5 rounds in one direction. Trying to take every direction of the wrist movement. If you feel your entire hand is moving or you're bending the elbow and moving every time, then hold with one hand and then do the rotation. Now reverse rotation. Hold more at your forearm and then try to move it slowly around at every joint in your wrist. As if holding a pencil in your hand and trying to complete a circle. And then hand down, change, take the other hand. Maybe you can choose to hold and rotate slowly. Imagine that there is a pencil that you're holding with your thumb and index finger and you're trying to make a nice complete circle with the pencil. You're drawing that on that imaginary paper and then reverse rotation in every angle. And if you think you're okay without the hand support, the hand stays stable but not up, shoulders relaxed and in down position. And the shoulder and the the elbow doesn't move. Then you can continue in this movement. Try to take it in all directions. It's not about doing fast movements, but doing accurate movements. Okay. Now we will start, having warmed up the neck, the shoulders, the fingers, wrist and palms. Let us now try to do a little bit of a sitting Surya Namaskar. This warms up the entire system and with it, as you notice, it brings about some downward movement as well. Okay. So now we start with the hands going up. Close your palms, keep your shoulders relaxed, press your palms to connect your own energy. Then bring the hands down in a nice, strong, powerful force and take the elbows behind, opening up the chest. Then drop the hands onto your knees and thighs and bend forward where the elbow touches onto the thigh. Then slowly, this is the place you can choose to use a brick or a thick book if you feel that you can't touch the ground too easily. And this is the place where then you will try to take your right hand, put it down onto the brick or the floor, and you will take the other hand, fingertips on the shoulder, elbow up. This is one option. If you have stiff shoulders or shoulder joint pain, then keep it here. If not, you can extend your arm out and hold. Now you bring the hand down and you change to the other side and you take the fingertips on the shoulder, elbow pointed, or hands straight up. If this is also difficult for you, this is another option. You would stay in this position with elbow and palm on your knees and then open in this position. You would not go all the way down, but instead you would choose this option. A lot more comfortable, you might notice. So some people feel dizzy, some people have high blood pressure and find it uncomfortable to sink down so much, then this is the option for you. So after you finish that round or the round on your knees and thighs, whichever position you're in, you would first come up and stop here to avoid that sudden blood rush coming up. And then you would straighten up, take your hands out, connect, join the palms on the top, and then bring the hand down to your heart. This is how you end one Surya Namaskar. Let's do 5 more of these. Let's add the breathing with it as well. So you inhale, breathe in, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, open. This is where you choose to be on the top if you need to, no problem. Hands down, inhale, other side, hands down, come up onto your knees and thighs, hold. Take your body up, breathe in, hands up, hands down, exhale. Starting again, third round, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, hold, exhale, down, inhale, open, hold here, exhale, down, inhale, stop, exhale, up, inhale, up, exhale, down. Fourth round, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, hand up, exhale, down, inhale, other side, exhale, inhale, come up, halfway position, exhale in straight up position, inhale, arms up, palms pressed, exhale, down to the heart. Last round, breathe in, push arms, elbows little back, chest open, hands on knees and thighs, hold, half bent, down and exhale, inhale, open one side, hands down, open the other side. Nice soft twist that you get into the spine, chest and shoulders open as well. Come up halfway, hold here. Straighten up, hands out, palms pressed, and down to your heart. Exhale and release. So there is so much you can do easily sitting on the chair, even if you're at work. You just need that much space to go forward and down, and you have all the movements that your body needs. Another movement which is very important for your spine is a twist. So let's go into that position, sitting comfortably with your feet always on the ground. You will not need the brick anymore. And you take your right hand to the left knee and then open behind and place your palm either on the chair. So if you have a chair with a broad base down, open and place your palm on the chair. If it's a narrow space, and if the chair is low, you can use the back of the chair to hold and rest your hand upon it and pull gently in a nice twisted position as well. Or you can simply take the down back side of the chair and open and look behind. Come back to the center and change to the other side. Your left hand goes onto the right knee, opposite knee, and choose to twist by holding down. Or if it's a low chair, holding onto the chair, or the palm down if the base of the chair is broad. But pull yourself up tall, don't lean behind. Stay upright and steady and hold the twist. Here the neck also twists and looks behind. So you've got your twist in the neck as well in this position. Change again, second round. And open. Stay, breathe in and out. Neck looking behind in line with the back shoulder, spine tall. Your feet are rested on the ground, they do not leave the ground. Come back to the center and change. Come back to the center and change. Good. So in the center position, Now you stay. And let's do some leg work. So you're going to take your right leg up and hold it. Just hold it for 10 counts and keep your foot flexed and still. Try to make sure that your feet are on the ground in 90 degrees. They're not pulling, they're staying steady. They're in a good, comfortable position where you can lift. If you need back support, take the back support. Be fully behind on the chair and then do it, if that's what your body needs. Otherwise, be a little bit up front at the edge of the chair. Comfortable position and then hold. Then you come down. Let's do 10 of these on each leg, holding 10 counts each. You'll see that it works your thighs and very good to strengthen your knee joint. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Down. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Down. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Down. 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Down. 6. Continue to hold. Keep the foot flexed always, knees straight, and lift till the level of your hip. Down. 7. Down and up. 8. Down and up. 9. Down and last one. 10. And relax. Change the leg. Take the other foot. Lift it up. Foot is fully flexed. Knees straight. Lift to the level of your hip and thigh. Down. Coming up. 2. You'll notice that even while you do this, if your spine is tall, you're strengthening your back, but you're also using your core muscles as you do this. So you work your lower abdominal muscles as well. And of course, you strengthen your thigh. 3. While you strengthen the quadricep muscle, those muscles that connect to the knee help to strengthen the knee joint without putting any strain, as you see, to the knee itself. 4. And the flex foot gives advantage to locking and strengthening the thigh, the quadricep muscle that supports the knee. 6. Down and up. 7. 8. Down and up. 9. Last one. 10. And down. Very good. Well done. This should have a little bit warmed up your thigh. Let's move further to warm up the quadricep muscle, but with it, work on your glute and your bottom muscles as well. We are going to come to the edge of the chair. Enough that you can sit back and you don't lose balance at all. Okay, so keep that in mind. You're going to place your hands holding one on top of the other stacked. You're going to try to lift up and come up, but you don't straighten and lock the knees. Stay a little bit bent, and then you come down, sit onto the chair and lift up again. And you go down and you lift up again. Every time you lift up, tighten the bottom muscles to activate the glute muscles as well. Let's continue and do 10 nice movements of this. 1. Down. 2. Down. 3. Try to not sit fully into the chair, but touch and rest down just barely enough that you can push yourself up again. 5. It might be challenging for some of you. 6. You can do it a lot more slower if you want. 7. 8. 9. 10. Rest. Let's go 5 more for some of you who are okay with it. 5. 4. 3, 2, and 1. That's good. If you could do all 15, give yourself a pat on the back. And if you couldn't, it's no problem at all. You know you will build the strength. You're already doing your best. That's great. Okay. Now let us go into a little bit of a stretch of the calf muscle. So we'll move on to the side to give you better view. You can do the same on your chair. You take the side or the edge of the chair. You can always do it in the front as well. You take your right leg out. Make it straight. The other one is 90 degrees. And taking your right hand, you softly reach and try to touch and flex the feet. And try to touch your toes and try to keep the knee as straight as possible, holding this position. If this is a bit too much for you, you can easily hold here at the shin, but continue to keep the foot flexed so you feel the stretch in the full length. Some people may feel it only in the calf, and for some it will reach all the way to your hamstring muscle and sometimes to the glute as well. Hold anything from 10 to 20 seconds in this position here. Slowly release and change the leg. Left leg out, staying on the same side. And softly reach with your left hand. The right leg is 90 degrees. You would have done the same on the other side. Feel the flexion, the stretch at the calf muscle. If your hands can't reach the toes, you reach onto the shin. Try to keep the foot well flexed and try to feel the stretch gently along the full length of the leg. You can also increase your stretch by just bending and lowering the elbow towards the knee, if that suits you. And slowly release. Let's come up in a standing position and do one last one in a standing position before we come back sitting. This is optional. It's possible that some of you don't find it comfortable. It's a stretch with the leg on the chair. So in this position, make sure that your chair is not moving. If it's on wheels, please avoid this. Yeah, you're going to take a leg behind, well behind, so that in one movement you can bring the leg onto the chair. If you find that difficult, use your hand to lift it up and then take it forward. Hold onto the top of the chair and softly lean and lunge forward. You'll notice that this gives a nice stretch onto your hip flexor, opening up your hip flexors, as well as giving a nice stretch to the quadricep muscle, as well as your calf muscle. Slowly return. Use your hand. Don't just lunge back if you have pain. Do it slowly and help yourself with the leg down. Change the leg, take the other one forward. If you feel you're too close, go one step behind, then take it forward and then gently lunge. You can also use the other hand to give support onto the chair, the other one on the back of the chair. Lunge into the front knee where the knee is still not going like this, where it goes ahead of the toes. It stays kind of in line with the heel, maximum in line with the toes, not more. And feel the hip flexors opening. Here you have your psoas muscles, your hip flexors, the quadricep and the calf all working to give you a nice lovely stretch. Then slowly return. Use the back of the knee or the thigh, just hold it. Slowly bring it down. And let's move on. Again in the sitting position for our last stretch, which I find one of my favorites and still one of the little more painful ones, but a lovely stretch for the glute muscles or for the bottom and the hip joint. This is very, very important for anyone who's sitting a lot, whether it's your job requirement or because of your health condition. Please use and practice this exercise, this step every single day, if possible 2 times a day. Take your right leg up, try to place it onto the knee thigh, and just maybe you're stuck. And when it comes up, it's all the way up like this. No problem, nothing of concern. You just be aware of it and see that you can bend forward and do the maximum you can. Those who can, allow it to drop down and just softly first bend forward. As you bend forward, stay here for 10 counts. As you stay in this position for 10 counts, keep your hands loose. Just place them, but don't force them into the knee or thigh. Just let the hip adjust to this position. Let the knee, the hip all just get into its position so that your body has time to like kind of wing into the asana. Then slowly place your elbows and palms resting a little bit more forward onto it, giving you a little bit more deeper stretch. Maybe if your leg is a little in, make sure it's 90 degrees, which is down. Also, it helps to keep the foot flexed to give you a deeper stretch. So to have a little more stretch, if you flex this foot, you'll notice the stretch increasing. Then for the last, if it's possible, this might be difficult for some people to just drop the body down to reach and you feel it nicely into the glute and into the hip joint. Try it out. Keep this foot flexed and reach. Allow your stomach to slowly pull in and just exhale from the mouth. Inhale through the nose and exhale from the mouth. And slowly come up and straighten up. Last one on the other side. Take your leg up. First, whichever way it is, if it's stuck here, let it be. Don't stress or worry about it. Just slowly allow it to open. Just get into that position. Just lean a little forward to give it that little soft ease for the hip to adjust to it. Stay there for a good 10 to 15 seconds. If it allows to just naturally go down, some of you might already have it nice and down in this position. That's great. Just have a little tilt forward, not fully down. Don't just plunge into the pose straight away. I don't advise that. I always feel it's nice to allow the body to get used to what it's doing, even if it's very easy for you. And then lean forward and drop your elbows onto your knees and thighs and stay here. Correct your leg position 90. Notice if the foot is flexed. This is the time to just enjoy this pose, even though you feel that tightness. Then slowly drop the hands down and reach. Stay there for another 10. And then slowly coming up. And slowly lift as well. Great. If you completed with me all these movements, that's really great that you enjoyed and did this with me and completed it. If you like it, please press the video again and practice it every day. Let's now just sit comfortably, just closing your eyes and just into a soft breathing to cool yourself down. Palms open, shoulders relaxed, eyes closed, feet nicely touching the ground and 90 degrees, not in or crossed, but softly placed on the floor to receive the earth energy. If you have a very cold floor, then place a light blanket or a towel so that you don't have the cold energy coming in. But if it's a wooden floor, the earth, the ground, grass, then continue to enjoy this space with your feet connected, palms open, eyes closed, and just breathe. Watch your stomach expand and open as you inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose, pulling the stomach in gently. Getting your heart rate, your pulse rate, your breath slowly to a neutral, normal position, calm, rested. And if you'd like to stay here for more time, take your time to just be sitting, breathing, watching the breath with your eyes closed. And if it is time for you to get up and get back to your work or your other duties and errands, slowly just press and rub your palms. Make your palms warm. Place your warm palms onto your eyes, over the head, shoulders, thighs and knees. Bring your warm palms in front of your face. In front, slowly then blink and open your eyes into your palms to return the energy into your own body. And then thank yourself for giving yourself this time and grateful for today. Thank you.